Hi, my name is Keith Young, and I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share some of the things that I've been doing in the community to help bring about a positive change. I run two programs out of Detroit. One of them is called the Creation Station CGLC, and that's a computer training program where I teach youth and adults how to use computers and various digital media software to be creative with, to create things like books, magazines, animations, video games, and things that they can use to enrich their lives, and maybe even have some entrepreneurial opportunities by making things that they can sell. Alright, so using the digital world to create things like ebooks allows us to have a way of selling our ideas and our intellectual property and things like that, where we wouldn't have normally have had those venues to be able to share. Alright? The next thing that I do is called Afro Perspectives Lecture Series. In Afro Perspectives Lecture Series, what I do is I talk about black history from the perspective of going back in time before slavery to the time when there were great kings and queens of Africa walking the earth, which there still are today, but we talk about some of the great accomplishments that occurred in early Africa that rarely get taught in schools but have a very important effect on our students when they learn about all the wonderful scientific and technological, engineering, mathematical, and all the great things that were done in Africa that very rarely get talked about. It's very important that students know this legacy of greatness going back in time so that they know that our history did not begin with slavery, it did not begin in bondage, and it will not end in bondage. So I share those two things sometimes separately and sometimes together so that people understand that we have options. Alright, so that's the main reason why I decided to leave my career as a police officer, because as a police officer there was only one option I can offer to people who felt like they didn't have any, and that was to go to jail. And I didn't want to keep doing that to the people in my community, so I felt like I could contribute much better by sharing some of the things that I was able to offer as far as being able to educate people to use digital media. Just to go back in time a little bit, I've been involved in digital media since the time before I was a police officer. When I was a teenager, I had an internship at a graphic design company, and I had been doing graphic design ever since then. I went to Cass Tech for their commercial arts program, which, by the way, is a very excellent program. Next, I went to U of M for their visual arts program. And then I began to dive further and further into the realm of the digital media arts by creating websites and online interactive presentations, animations and comic books and things like that. And I felt that those things would be much better to teach people as a way of showing people that they have some other options than being on the street and doing things that are going to get them locked up. So I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to share some of the things that I do in the community. My Afro Perspectives classes are at a place called Nandi's Knowledge Cafe, which is on 12511 Woodward Avenue in Highland Park, Michigan. Currently I'm teaching every third Wednesday of the month. So if you're ever in that area, please come on out. My classes are from 6 to 8. They're a couple hours. And I teach a lot of wonderful and enriching history that everyone needs to know. So please come on out if you have the opportunity. I also teach my classes currently for the Creation Station at the Detroit Impact, which is on 9930 Greenfield Avenue in Detroit, Michigan. I have two websites that you can check out to find out more information about my programs. The first one is www.thecreationstationcs.com. My next website is for Afro Perspectives, and it's www.afroperspectives.com. That's AFRO PERSPECTIVES.com. Once again, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity. Have a great day.